Sunny TV Arsenal, we're live. We're live to Facebook. We're live to YouTube. We're live to whoever wants to watch us. How you doing, people? We've got a mega show on tonight, and we've got some new guests as well. And you know what? It looks like a lineup of it looks like a police lineup, to be honest with you. This lot look mean. This lot look actually mean. It could actually be a police lineup, especially with that guy in the top right hand corner, Gunner Dread. Welcome to the channel, my bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Safe, bro.
Introduce yourself, my brother.
Romain. My name's Romain. Obviously, watch you, Sonny. Watch a couple other channels. You know, thought I'd jump on, see what's cracking. You know what I mean? See what's going on. Get involved.
Listen, guys. Everyone in the comments, listen. The way to get on this channel is basically just by following and commenting and sending me a message, because this channel is the only channel in the world related to anything that this channel is about. You guys and anyone can come on. And just to prove that's example, we've got Gunner Dread there, and we've got Tyrone. Tyrone is not the guy who goes around smashing cigarettes out of people's mouths saying, "I'm Tyrone." That's not him. Tyrone, where are you, my bro? And how did you come across Sunny TV Arsenal, bro?
Okay, I saw you on one of the hello?
We can hear you, bro.
Hearing me? Hearing me?
Yeah, you sound like Lucy Red Joss, bro.
Okay. I saw you came up on my Facebook Live the other day. I'm originally from Jamaica. I now reside in the US. Been a fan from I would say 2005. Yeah, just when we were, I think Henry was actually leaving. That was the time.
Was Henry the guy who inspired you to follow Arsenal, bro?
That is definitely the guy that brought me to Arsenal. Definitely.
Let me ask you a quick question before I bring everybody else in. You know, Arsenal have gone through a bad spell. You know, we've gone 18 years being crap, basically. Yeah. With your cup final wins here and there. For the fans of the future, do you think they're going to be looking at clubs like Newcastle with their new owners and the Man Cities for the new generation of fans? Do you think Arsenal will lose that worldwide fan base that we've got now?
Yeah, okay. So one of my nephews supports Man City.
That says it all, bro. That says it all. What do you reckon, Tyrone?
Well, I think Arsenal had one of the most loyal fan base. But what had happened to us is that even though we weren't losing, we weren't winning many trophies, our brand of football was very, very entertaining. Now we've lost that brand of football, and that is where we started losing fans a lot.
It's true, you know. It's true. It's a style in which you do things. It's not even necessarily the winning. It's the way you play. It's the way you play, isn't it?
At one point, Arsenal could have lost, and we'd still be happy because
you're right.
We put on a show. We do not do that anymore. I see Arsenal trying to play defensive football. Oh my God!
It's true. It's just unrecognisable. We've also got Nitesh all the way from where are you, Nitesh? You're in India.
Yeah, I'm in India.
What time is it over there, my bro?
It's 2:35 a.m.
2:35 a.m. Boy, it's very late there. We've also got Wax Online. If you haven't followed Wax's channel, go follow him. Wax Online, and it's you know what, the channel is good. It's a very good channel. And the best thing about it is this guy Wax. Wax, shout out your channel, my bro. And where can people find you, bro?
Yeah, you can go and follow me on YouTube, Wax Online. Twitter, same, Wax Online. Yeah, man. Just go and follow me on the social medias, man.
Wax, you've got a very interesting job, bro, haven't you? Tell everyone what you do, bro.
I run a modelling agency.
And there's a lot of board models out there at the moment, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So where do we come in?
I'll bring you in as an extra. I've got some extra roles there for you, man. I'll get you on a few adverts and that, you know.
I just found myself a new wingman. Tyrone, with that Jamaican accent, Tyrone, I think we're going to clean up, bro. We also got our channel regular, my right hand man, Stephen Nigel.
What's going on? Yo, Wax, shout me out, dog. You know I could do some good for the modeling. You need some East African blood in there.
Yeah, man, you got the man. I got you. Don't worry.
Where
are you from? Somalia?
Yeah, my background's Somali. Yeah, my parents are Somali.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, man, I'll look after you, bro. Don't worry.
Miguel, actually, come to think of it, bruv. If
What?
Wax is ever doing a photo shoot on the mosque look, me and you could do a little Friday thing with our sandals and a little outfit, bro.
There you go. Eid Mubarak, everyone. Tomorrow's Eid,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Tomorrow's Eid. You know what? Miguel, that's full to you, my bro. Wish everyone a happy Eid, besides all of our Muslim brothers.
Yeah, man. So some people celebrating Eid today, some people celebrating Eid tomorrow, but either way, we're still all celebrating Eid. It's a blessing. The month of Ramadan is complete, either your 29th or 30th day, but thank God, and everyone, hopefully you guys have a good day tomorrow.
You know what? Regardless of whichever religion you follow, right? Because basically it's all the same thing, really. The main message is being good to each other and being happy and looking after each other, and freedom. Freedom for one person came very close, about 5,000 feet up in the air, which I don't know if it's more than that. 5,000 feet ain't very high. About 35,000 feet up in the air. It's Mrs. Kolasinac, and we've got a little picture of her here.
She's sweetie.
She's buff. Syed, you done well, bro. You done well, bro. Would you have done that well if you weren't earning 180 grand a week? Is the question. Maybe you would have. Guys, this is what she had on her aeroplane. Stun gun. And the story has it is she went away. When did she actually go?
She was in Germany, isn't it?
She was in Germany. And was this prior to the coronavirus outbreak?
This was a couple of days ago, isn't it? Was it a couple of days ago? Maybe.
Apparently, yeah. Private jets in it. It's a different air schedule with private jet. Yeah. You know what? I remember when we were back at school. Doesn't matter which country it was in, right? So it goes to Tyrone, goes to Nisesh, goes to Gunner Dread, Miguel, Wax. You remember when we used to be on school journey? We used to go away on school journey. We used to go to that shop which used to sell knives always. Do you remember? Back in the day, when we was kids, there was always a shop what used to sell knives, and we used to always try and get that pen knife or whatever. One we could just sneak in. We used to go say Germany or whatever on a school trip, right? Because they had things like nunchuckers and stuff like that, which you just would not find in England. And we used to always try and sneak something through. So this reminds me of what Sead Kolasinac is Mrs. That 35,000 feet up in the air. She sends them an email to say, "Guess what? I've got a stun gun. Am I allowed in?" And obviously she didn't receive the reply because she was up in the air and she was on airplane mode. Tyrone, bro, if you was coming to England, bro, you're in America at the moment, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, I'm in New York at the moment.
You're in New York. If you was coming from the Big Apple, bro, you just done your shopping. You just come to see Sonny and bring some nice bit of shopping from New York. When you come in, bro. See, that's a little hint there for you, bro. Anyway, and basically, if this was you, would they let you get away with it, bro? Or is it because you're not fit with blonde hair that you couldn't get away with it?
Oh boy, that would be easy. Nah, they would probably treat her. They would treat her a little better than me. I don't know what would happen, especially with the skin color.
Exactly. Can you imagine a black man, or a Somalian man, or a Turkish man, or an Indian man coming on a plane with a stun gun?
But in America, they let you travel with a gun. What do you mean? If you have a gun license, don't they let you travel domestically?
Yeah,
with
of course. No, well, domestically, yes, but I'm not. No, you wouldn't be able to actually go out of the country with it, though. No.
Bro, that air marshal, if you knew you had a gun, on one of them airplanes, bro, he'd shoot your ass. You know, what was that film? Non-Stop. Have you seen that film, Non-Stop? With Nick Leeson? Liam Neeson, should I say?
I've seen crazier things.
I've got another picture for you. Apparently, she wants to upgrade her car, and she's buying a. He's Serbian, isn't he? Kolasinac?
No, Bosnian.
Bosnian. Sorry. Obviously, there's a big difference there. She put a call out to Bosnia, and then she could have a car custom made. Do you think they'll let this in the country?
I don't know about that. No. She'll have to downgrade to a Hummer.
Stories going around at Arsenal at the moment. Arsene Wenger. Let me share this actually.
Woo,
Sorry about that,
story
boys.
coming in.
It's my agent. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
You know what that is? That's actually Melvin asking if he's going to come on the channel. Melvin, if you was following the channel, mate, you'd know that we were live. Stories going around at Arsenal. Not a new story, but Arsene Wenger has brought it up again.
Let's see.
Let's get the right story first. And you know what? And it'd be very interesting to see you guys from the board to see what you think of this as well.
Have you guys heard what Arsene Wenger said?
Well, basically, Arsene Wenger explains why he'll never return to Arsenal, even as a spectator. But what he also goes on to say is he wants Arsenal to get back to football that Arsenal are accustomed to playing. And this might be on the verge of there being a statue for Arsene Wenger. What do you guys think about that? Is it statue time at Arsenal or not?
Yeah, I'll give him a statue.
I would honor him in some way, be it a statue or like a stand or something.
Nitesh, how would you honour Arsene Wenger, bro?
Not at the moment. Unless Arteta wins a Premier League title, then maybe.
What's Arteta got to do with Arsene Wenger?
He's in some ways Arsene Wenger's creation for Arsenal. I would at least make him wait for some time because we need to sort out some of the shit that he has brought to Arsenal towards the end of his career. And once we are at a high point, I think at that point of time, I would give him a statue.
Very harsh, Nitesh. Very harsh. Firstly, he's created by God. Secondly, he's created by his mum and dad, and I don't think Arsene Wenger had anything to do with Arteta's creation. So very harsh from you. Gunnar Dread, Arsene Wenger, does he deserve a statue? And would this be a good pick-me-up for the fans to get to give to him now?
I don't know if it'd be a good pick-me-up. I don't know about that. Obviously, I'd say he deserves a statue for what he done the first part of his era at Arsenal, but it wouldn't pick the fans up. It wouldn't pick the fans up. No.
How about if we gave him half a statue? We give him half a statue. What do you reckon? Wax? We give him half a statue.
Just his head. Just leave it.
I think he already has one of those at Highbury. Just his head, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at his comment. Sonny doesn't want any white subs, I think. You know what? Say TV Arsenal is a multicultural channel, bro. so black, white, yellow, pink, green, whatever your sexual orientation is, say TV Arsenal, don't care. Everyone as good as everybody.
There you go.
Let's go on to the next topic. One for you guys. Basically, Arsenal in line for an attacking number 8 since we lost Aaron Ramsey, right? Firstly, guys, all of you, is Aaron Ramsey a loss, right? Secondly, in an ideal world, because we're going to go on to a player which is being talked about so much now, and I'm going to give you an alternative which is cheap, which is actually free, right? So let's go on to you first, Miguel. Aaron Ramsey, is he a loss to Arsenal?
With the amount of wages that he was asking for, I don't think he's a loss, and I think we can find a way to play without him as long as we can get goal contributions elsewhere. Maybe from new players that we can bring into the midfield. But as of right now, I don't think Aaron Ramsey was a loss. Yes, that season, his last season when he was playing really well before he got injured. But if he was playing those last couple games, would we have gotten top 4? I don't know. So
big shout out to my cousin Jason. Jason, how you doing, bruv? You well? I hope you subscribe, Jason. I'll come find you. Gunnar Dread. Same question to you, bruv.
Ramsey, yeah, we do miss him. I don't. For me, he wasn't like a top player, but we do miss him. But obviously, players go, move on, get someone else in.
Unai Emery actually said Arsenal's hopes of top 4 fell to pieces when Ramsey got injured. Tyrone, do you agree?
Not really, Not really. honestly, I do see him as a good player, but not a real difference maker.
You know what?
Not a real difference maker.
I agree with you. You know, he was like an Ozil. When the team playing well, they all play well. On their own, they don't take a game by the scruff of the neck, do they?
No, not that type of player that would like Arsenal is down. We need a go-to man. I still don't think he's that player. He's the type of player when he's in the mood, when he hits that purple patch, it looks good. When he's not, it's back to mediocrity.
Wax. Do Arsenal miss Ramsey because we got a chance to get him back?
If I was to say that Arsenal miss Ramsey, it's only because we never replaced him. We are lacking goals from the centre of the park. Ramsey was someone that got goals from the centre of the park. Ramsey was someone that would make crazy runs from the centre of the park, which would open up space for other players on the team. Since we've lost that, we haven't had anyone making runs in the middle of the park. No one is helping Ozil. So that's been very, very difficult. So in that case, we have missed him. But is he the type of player that can make a difference in helping us challenge and helping us compete? No.
Wax, I've known you for a while, bruv. And basically, would you take Ramsey back? Bearing in mind, he's your guy who changes his mind like the weather. There's certain girls you've taken back, bruv. You said you weren't going to take back in the day. No, I'm only joking. I don't know about your love life. But seriously, would you take Ramsey back?
No, I wouldn't take him back. I mean, because he's gone now. There's no point bringing him back. We need to move forward and bring someone else in that can add the same quality or even better.
Nitesh is someone who gives everyone a second chance, even someone who just mugged him. Nitesh, would you take Ramsey back?
Knowing the club, the way that they buy players, I don't think they're going to buy anyone better than Ramsey right now. And if they don't buy anyone else, then why not Ramsey?
They won't buy anyone better than Ramsey right now. And if not, why not Ramsey?
Yeah, by the looks of it, Thomas Partey might be going to PSG or Bayern Munich.
Strong point. Different type of player, Nitesh. Thomas Partey is a holding midfielder, where Ramsey is that guy from midfield who's supposed to be a Joe Willock.
But he's the best midfielder that has been linked with Arsenal right now. I don't think there is any other midfielder or anyone better than Ramsey who has been linked with us right now. You want a Thomas Lemar at Arsenal? He's not as good as Ramsey was.
Well, speaking of players who've been linked with Arsenal,
yeah,
and is the shittest hottest prospects at the moment. I'm gonna just put something up on the screen, and I'm gonna let Igal tell you all about him, because Igal is he loves the guy, and rightly so.
Something else, that kid, man. Something else, that kid. Honestly, if you guys don't know about this kid yet, get to know.
His name is Kai Havertz.
Honestly, it's a pipe dream. Let's be realistic here. He plays for Bayern Leverkusen. The kid, what is he? Is he 19 right now?
He's 19. He's just
no,
turned 20.
He's 20. Yeah, his birthday was June 11th or something.
Already scored 34 Bundesliga goals, and he's supposed to be a cross between Ballack and Ozil, but better than both apparently.
They're saying he's more of like a Dennis Bergkamp, Thomas Müller type player who can play across all four positions in the attacking player. He can play the 10, he can play the 9, he can play on both wings as a winger if needed. In addition to that, he can even play in a midfield role later on, like a David Silva type role. Personally, if we were to get a kid like this, honestly, he'd probably use it as a stepping stone, and we'd have to sell him within 4 years. But those 4 years would be amazing, and he would probably cost in the region of 80 to 90 million.
Yeah, Bayern Leverkusen apparently have slapped a £90 million price tag on his head.
Yeah. He scored since the coronavirus situation, and everyone's come back to football in Germany. In 2 games, he scored. He's gotten 2 braces, 4 goals in 2 games, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he's looking really good, man. 2 headers in the first game, and today one was a penalty, and the other one was a nice just squeak it past the goalkeeper, and he was hunting for those hat tricks.
Tyrone, have Arsenal got any chance of getting a Kai Havertz?
Could you repeat that for me, Sonny?
Have Arsenal got any chance of getting a top player like Kai Havertz from Leverkusen?
Well, I do like him. I do like the kid, but what I'd like to ask, can Arsenal attract any player anymore?
What a good question. You know what? You know what? I'll tell you something, right? You know what the alarming thing is for me? You get someone like Tyrone, right? Who's in America, he's in New York, right? And he sees it as it is. There's no worldwide fan appreciation from Tyrone like you get in some countries. Tyrone is saying it bang as it is, you know, and he's not taking no shit.
Sonny, you know I'm delusional. I'm already thinking this picture is real. Like I'm out here believing it. I'm out here believing the hype.
You know what? And that's what Photoshop does for you.
Okay, Sonny.
Let's Tyrone. What gone, Tyrone?
Okay, as I was saying, I always get bashed for this, but did you know that when Arsene Wenger was at Arsenal, players came to Arsenal not because of Arsenal, but because of Arsene Wenger's football philosophy?
He just took the words out of my mouth. Because I was going to say
came to the club because of that total football.
No,
at the moment we do not have the football. We have what we call it a second. I respect Arteta, but he's a second-rated Guardiola.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I respect him.
Most players.
Go on, Wax.
I was going to say most players in recent years they only joined Arsenal because they went to play with AW. They didn't care about Arsenal as a club. Like Sanchez, Ozil, they didn't think, oh yeah, Arsenal, I'm going to join them. I'm joining Arsenal because they're their brand and it's Arsenal. No, it's because of Arsene Wenger. That's who they wanted to play with. The same with Aubameyang, same with Lacazette. They joined for AW. Now after that, we ain't gonna see great players join us. Unai Emery's come in. Tell me a qualified player that's joined us who we are aware of. We don't know none of them. Maybe David Luiz has been the biggest player in terms of reputation that we have signed since AW left.
What about Leno and Pepe?
Pepe's had one good season. He's not. No one who knows Pepe. Nobody knows Pepe.
Leno was third choice for Germany before he came to Arsenal.
Third choice, exactly.
No, but look at who's he's behind. Like Neuer and Ter Stegen are two of the best in the top 5 in the world.
Let me tell you another thing. Leno was already on the radar for AW. Why? Because Sven Mislintat is the one that brought him to AW's attention. So whether AW stayed or not, Leno was inevitably joining Arsenal.
All right, let's not go on to goalkeeper a minute. Let's go on to somebody who basically, if we can't afford Havertz, right? Because basically Tyrone's saying, these young players these young brilliant footballers, Arsenal's not the first place they'll be looking to play. All right, one player who's been around the block, right, is this guy. I hope you can see that. Borussia Dortmund confirmed that Mario Götze will leave them in the summer. Should Arsenal sign him? This is a guy, right, who won the World Cup for Germany, right, and he's still only 27, and he, free transfer at the end of the season, 27 years old, and could this be the guy who's basically his playing time? The reason he's leaving Dortmund, his playing time has been cut because of Haaland and Sancho and all the talented player they got there. Guys, would you take Götze on the free?
100%.
I don't think he would come because I think he would want to go to a league where it's not as physically demanding. He might go to Italy because Italy is usually known for snapping up all the free transfers. But I honestly believe if he were to come to Arsenal, he would have already been linked to us, such as Ryan Fraser or something like that.
But you see my whole point where someone says, oh, Pepe was wanted by Liverpool. Pepe's reputation is local. His reputation's local, bro. Nobody knows who Pepe is apart from people in France. And now people in England know who he is. Yeah, he had a good season. But when I'm talking about reputation, I'm talking about world-class players, people that are established. AW could bring a world-class player to Arsenal based on AW's reputation.
Mate, the last world-class player we had at Arsenal, really world-class, was Ozil. And what
Sanchez.
Sanchez wasn't even. Sanchez wasn't never class world class at Arsenal. Sanchez was classed as a guy who couldn't get into the Barcelona team.
Are you serious?
Yeah, definitely. I don't
the man got robbed. The man got robbed for player of the season. The season when he got like 16 plus assists and like almost 30 plus goals.
In Sanchez's last season, bro, Sanchez got about 30 goal contributions for Barcelona, bro. He was a world-class player before he joined Arsenal, mate.
Bro, you put Neymar on one side, bruv. You put Messi on the other side. I'll get you 60 goals.
But that's one guy. We're talking about one guy.
For me, Sanchez was world class. So, for me, Sanchez was worth the admission price alone. But guys, Goatser, who will take him? And give me a reason why and why not. Gundred.
I don't know if I'll take him. I don't know. He hasn't played a lot of football, has he? For the last couple of years.
Surely he's got to be better than shit we've got, though.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see.
There's a lot of players better than the shit we got, I tell you. There's a lot of players better than the shit we got.
We're sitting there imposing.
And he's done it at the highest level. The guy scored in the World Cup final. He's not going to freeze, is he?
No.
Yeah. True. You have to bear in mind we've got Ozil at the team. We've got other Germans at the team that will help him that will ease him in.
Well, Ozil will be gone next year because he'll go for his last season. Thing is,
if we bring in Götze now, we've still got Götze and Ozil for a season together. We never know how we perform together.
Also, Mertesacker in the academy, and Nisesh is shaking his head. Nisesh just spat at the camera. What Nisesh? What's the problem?
Götze wasn't even even a good player in the World Cup. He was lucky to score in that final. I think he started most of the games in the World Cup on the bench. Since that point of time, he gained some weight as well. He was dropped from Bayern, and at that point, he went back to Dortmund. He might end up being the Mustafi of our midfield. He's like Mustafi if he comes to us, he'll be a World Cup winner, but then he's not going to produce anything. I would rather go for a Fraser or some of the players who have already proven themselves in the Premier League. I would even take a Willian over a Götze.
Nisesh, 27 years old though. 27 years old. Bro, I remember I was 27. I still had hair. I was at my peak at 27. I could do anything. 27 years old.
I do understand, but there was a reason why Bayern Munich did not want him and they sold him back to Dortmund because he had gained weight, he had become slow, he wasn't even fit enough for the Bundesliga. What will such a guy do in the Premier League?
Yeah, but surely if he goes to a coach like Arteta's all about hard work, and he sees this as a chance.
Look, Mario Götze in his last season played 26 games and got 14 goal contributions. Why would we not want to add that to Arsenal?
I agree.
Why?
Then
6 games, 14 goal contributions, mate. Come on.
Come on.
I see both your points, and honestly, I think as an Arsenal fan, we can't be sticking our nose up to Mario Götze. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. If we can get him on a free, why would we stick our nose up to him? You're actually saying you'd rather take William or Ryan Fraser? Completely different position. This guy's an 8 who can play midfield and he can help in the attack. He could be our David Silva for the next 3 seasons.
Exactly. I'm 27 years old. With points to prove. I mean, Gundred, bruv. You know when if someone has a go at your work, bruv, and you got a point to prove. I know that you work hard. When you got a point to prove, bruv, there's no stopping you.
This comment kills me.
Would you take him? Would you take him to Arsenal?
Götze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone's really underestimating him. Tyrone, what did you say?
At this point, I really don't want Arsenal to be that club where, when the top clubs do not want a player, Arsenal is where he come and sit. Then he takes a fat paycheck, and he does nothing.
We are that club, bro. We are that club, though, aren't we?
No, that's Everton, bro. That's not us.
That's not us. Because look, be realistic. Like a player like Ozil that I love Ozil. If Ozil was at Man United or if Ozil was at Man City, they'd kick him to the curb already. But he's at Arsenal. We're not going to get better than Ozil. We have to keep him. That's it. We don't want to be that. We don't want to be that club.
I think if Ozil was on a Man City team, he wouldn't have the problem
at this point. Go and prove yourself somewhere else.
You know what? I mean, Jess, what's happening, brother? You got to well. He says, I love Arsenal sign Eduardo Camavinga. What do you think? Is this guy at Celtic? Is this the guy at Celtic?
No. This is the guy who plays for what do you call it? Is it Rams?
Yeah, it's a young player, about 17.
He's a 17-year-old midfielder, defensive midfielder who can play center mid. And he's honestly, there is no way in hell we are getting him unless we drop at least like 80 to 75 mil.
But do you know what? Lundberg actually turned around and said, may as well buy Marco Reus for fuck's sake. I'll take Marco Reus tomorrow.
Any
I'll
day.
take it tomorrow.
Yeah, and
today.
I wanted to add one more point. If Götze was that good, he would be the first choice for Germany and starting every game. But he isn't that good anymore. And the next thing is, the reason I was saying I would rather take a Willian or a Fraser. I know they don't play in the same positions, but Arsenal has a limited fund set and we can only buy a limited players. I would not spend it on the wage bill. I would not give it to Götze. I would rather give it to a player who has proven himself in the Premier League. And that is one of these guys, if I have to.
Yeah, what Robert said, yeah?
Robert said, Robert, big up yourself, Rob. Ozil's good. It's just the players who played around him are not doing the job the way they showed. Robert, that is a big statement, bro. That is a very, very big statement, bro.
Wax just said if Ozil was on Man City, he wouldn't be doing as bad. And I'm like, Wax, explain that.
The same with Kevin De Bruyne. Are you telling me that Kevin De Bruyne will be as good as he is at Man City in the Arsenal team right now? No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No one's making runs. No one knows how to move off the ball. Where's all the 1-2 movement? There's none of that. So how would Kevin De Bruyne come in and make the same contributions happen at Arsenal's current team? He wouldn't.
I don't agree. You stick a world-class player in Arsenal, and basically, if he performs to his world-class ability, he'll automatically drag the team up and make the team better. Surely.
Nah. Because you got to compare. You're comparing. Look at our wingers. You're comparing Saka, Martinelli, and them man to Sterling and that. Come on, bruv, get out of here, man. You're losing your marbles, mate.
Yeah, when you think about it, Mahrez, Sterling, and Sane would be our best player if they came in first.
Right, do you know what? That's a really good point, Wax. Right? Okay, you take. You know what? Do you remember when Arsenal was going to get rid of Sanchez, right? And Arsene Wenger wanted to swap for Sterling. Everyone said about Wenger, are you mad? Right? And look at what Sterling's gone on to do, right? He's gone on to be one of the best players in the world. No joke aside, one of the best players in the world, right? Big up the kid, right? So at the moment, it's true what Arsene Wenger wanted to do. It's not so funny now, right? Sterling playing for Arsenal. Would he rip it up like he's doing for City?
No.
He would do better than our current players, bro.
Yeah. He would be underappreciated. He would be underappreciated like Theo Walcott.
Do you know what? This is such a good debate. You know what? Do you know what? Going into it, would Arsenal make Sterling look like an Iwobi?
No, he'd be better than Iwobi, but he wouldn't be playing like he's a Man City. It's the players, isn't it? He's got the players around him to allow him to play how he plays.
It was Arteta who.
Look, a lot of the time he comes onto the ball, he comes on late to the ball. That's because the players in front of him have done their moves.
Exactly. You would do better than a team, man. It's just the players that we've got, bruv. Come on, we can't rely on Saka and Martinelli and Reece Nelson and one other winger, which is Pepe, to add goals in that final third. They're not going to do it, bro.
Listen. If Saka was in Germany, if Saka was in Germany today, he would be worth 80 mil because he'd be doing what Sancho's doing. I'm telling you. And guys are on Sancho's piece.
Not only that,
if these guys were in Germany, even Reece Nelson was on crud in Germany.
Not only that, right? Basically, we're talking about Havertz. Havertz is only 20 years old, yeah? He's only 20 years old. Saka's 18, and Martinelli's 18, right?
Yeah.
So basically, why can't Martinelli and Saka be a Havertz in a couple of years?
They can do.
Of course they can. They've got the potential to.
I'm going to show you guys the future. This guy right here is the future. And if you guys don't know that this guy's going to be as good or maybe even better than some of those players that we're naming right now, we have good players in our ranks. We have guys like Pepe. We have guys like who else do we have?
Pepe 25. He's not a young player, bro. He's 25 nearly, man. We need to stop looking at Pepe like he's 19 or 20 years old. He's 25.
Guys,
he's had one good season in his life. Good season in his life.
Passionate. You know what's best? Passionate by Waxler. Tyrone and Gunn Madrid. Pepe. Gunn Madrid. What do you think of Pepe, bro?
Do you know what? Anybody comes from another league, I'll give him a season to adjust. if he's still doing the same nonsense kind of thing he's doing next season, say come Christmas time, nah, mate, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I got slaughtered, but for saying back ages ago that Pepe is not a £72 million footballer. Tyrone, what do you reckon?
Okay, well, on Pepe, we have to be very careful. We have no other player like Pepe in the team. There's no one that can take the ball and run past two players like Pepe. We do not have that. What we need for Pepe is coaching. We need coaching. He has the raw material already. Material already. We just need to get that guy going in the right direction.
Iwobi was just as good.
No, man. No, of course he won't.
I don't care. What Pepe's done in his first season, Iwobi's just as good, bro.
No, do you know what? Pepe's stats are actually misleading for how shit he's been this year, to be honest with you. Pepe's stats are actually pretty good for what he's done. If there was one player, if there's actually one player who this break has come at a bad time for, it's Pepe.
Sonny, I just want to say one thing also. If you should for this current season that we lost, that the season has been aborted, I would like you to check Zaha stats and check Pepe's stats. Pepe's leading him by like a mile.
Yeah, bro, the only thing with that, bro, is Zaha plays in a much worse team, or does he? That's another question.
Yeah, but he's the go-to guy there. He is the go-to guy there. Pepe is not our go-to guy.
Robert Stenny, you need to come on the channel, bro. You make some very good points. You need to come on the channel as well, bro.
I don't hear Wax sucking off Lacazette now. When have I ever sucked off Lacazette, you pussy? Oh, shut up, bro.
Guys, just talking rubbish, dog. Okay, let's get into the next guy. Yo, Sonny, the other day we got into an argument about Saka. Me and the guys were talking about Saka. Some guys were saying Saka will never play as a left winger for Arsenal. He will. The only way he'll get into the team is if he takes the spot from Tierney. What do you think about that?
My personal opinion is Arsenal can only play one striker, and I don't think either of those strikers is going to be Aubameyang and Lacazette next year. It might be Aubameyang because there'd be no one willing to pay the money that Arsenal want for him, so he's going to run his contract down. That's a very strong possibility. I think Lacazette's gone. I think I think the party Lacazette deal is going to happen, in my opinion, because it's a win-win for both. For both.
We can't afford to lose Lacazette. We can afford to lose
Lacazette, yeah, definitely. I mean,
when you think about it,
if I was walking around the shopping centre, bruv, if I was walking around Walmart in the shopping centre or wherever, and I was holding Lacazette by his hand, and he ran off, I wouldn't even tell security he's missing, bruv. Seriously, I wouldn't even tell security he's missing. But the thing is, seriously, left wing. I think Martinelli would be that second striker. I think Nketiah is not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. I think Nketiah would be. I think it'd be a reserve. I'll play Saka as left wing, and basically don't forget Arsenal have also been linked with Tagliafico. So basically, if Arsenal get rid of Kolasinac, Tagliafico is actually a better player at left back than Saka. He's better than Kolasinac. He's also better than Tierney at left back.
And he's also a right back.
And he can also play right back as well.
This is what I'm saying though. This is the thing that gets us in the most trouble. Saka is more productive at left back than left wing. So I think it's just a matter of discipline and wait his turn. Continue doing that left back thing. He's more productive.
Would you be upset if we lost him because we don't want to play him as a left wing, like we lost Oxlade-Chamberlain? Because to be honest, Oxlade-Chamberlain in our midfield right now would be better than everybody.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be a monster.
Yeah.
Isn't Bentancur what's his name? A fullback?
No, he's a midfielder.
He's the one with long hair, isn't he? He's the one with long hair.
No, I think he has normal, like regular cut, like short.
No, man, he's got long hair now because coronavirus, all the hairdressers is not working, so he must have long hair now.
He's Argentinian, right? Is he Uruguayan or is he Argentinian?
Is he Argentinian or Uruguayan? I thought he was Uruguayan.
I think he is Uruguayan. I think he is. He partners up with Torreira. Yeah.
Guys, will Torreira be a big loss as well?
Oh, we're talking about this yesterday.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think Torreira is a waste of money, a waste of time.
You know, basically, I don't know why Mikel Arteta. I'm a big advocate of Mikel Arteta. To be honest with you, I'm a big supporter of this. But this insistence that he thinks Granit Xhaka is better than he is beyond me. It's actually beyond me. And is he going to be Mikel Arteta's downfall? Guys, what do you think?
Yeah. No, Xhaka. Don't know what to say about Xhaka. Xhaka has that time when he gives you that brilliant game. It's just the consistency.
But the only time Xhaka gives a brilliant game, bro, is when a game is in slow motion, bro.
Yeah, but to be honest, who else in Arsenal has Xhaka's skill set?
What skill set?
Which what?
Xhaka can use one pass and split that game wide open. We know this. One pass.
David Luiz can also.
You know what's good about Xhaka?
No, that's a greater liability. Liability.
But we can get rid of Luiz in one season.
Yeah, I think with Xhaka,
that is true.
Let Wax go.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Xhaka, I think one thing about Xhaka I like, and I've seen it since Mikel Arteta has come, is that he puts his neck on the line for the team. There is no one on our team that looks like they actually care when it comes to trying to get back and fight back and get dirty and you know what I mean. I just think Xhaka is one of those people that does put his neck on the line. He doesn't always have a good game. I would definitely move him on though. Yeah.
Okay. I got a quick question for you guys.
Just one thing. For the first time in 3 years, I saw him put in a sliding tackle since Arteta took over.
Guys, quick question.
Yeah.
Arteta and Guendouzi have been having their issues. Do you think a quick way to raise funds is to get rid of Guendouzi? Would you guys do that, or do you think that's actually hurting the club's future?
Sell him.
Get him. I can't stand him.
You make a profit of him now, mate. Otherwise, we'll lose out.
Who's that? Who did you say again?
Guendouzi. Arteta and Guendouzi have not been seeing eye to eye, and Guendouzi's behavior has been an issue ever since Arteta's taken over. So they're looking at cashing in on Guendouzi and possibly flipping that into a more experienced player.
You know what? I'll get rid of Guendouzi as well. I don't rate him.
Okay.
But the thing is, if we're selling all our midfielders, which player are we actually getting? Until we don't sign a Thomas Partey, I don't think we should even look to sell Lucas Torreira. Once we have a world-class player, I think then we can probably try to sell some of our midfielders.
Yeah, but Nitesh, the point you're missing, right? It's like you want to go out and buy a Ferrari, right? But you're doing a car boot sale to try and raise some money. So basically, Arsenal players at the moment, they're a car boot sale of a level, right? It's the junk that you got in your garage. They're trying to sell a lot of junk they've got in their garage to go and buy that one nice golden item. So that's why we're never going to sell one player for that mega money, because none of them are worth it. Anyone who is goes for nothing.
But for Partey, we are already giving Lacazette away. So rather, before selling Torreira, we should at least try to ensure that deal is done. Because otherwise, what happens is Arsenal sells some of their players and then no one comes in. And then we have to put some youngster there who gets blamed all season.
Sure. I was going to show you guys the next picture that I had set up here. These two are currently on loan, Pablo Mari and Cedric, if you can see. And do you think Arsenal is going to finalize those deals, or do you think we're going to go for new players? Because I honestly think we're going to go the cheap route and just make those deals permanent.
I think Arsenal, they're looking at that player who kind of get into was it Borussia Mönchengladbach's team for 4 million right back. Is a highly rated right back. I think he's a Gladbach. They're looking at him. They need to raise money from AZ Maitland-Niles, so they might get about £10.50 for him. And also as well, Bellerin, has he got a future at Arsenal? Hector Bellerin,
we can't recognize him. I'll tell you that.
Bellerin now he's cut his hair like Samson Delilah. Is even worse now. Now he's cut his hair even shorter.
Yeah.
Who's that right back? Who's that right back? Do we need at Arsenal to basically take us forward? Because at the moment, there's big questions being asked at right back. And down the right side altogether, we need that person who's going to complement Pepe. I think on the left we've got it, on the right we haven't.
Yeah,
I think if we are playing Saka on the left side, who plays more or less like a winger on the left side, we can probably play a Chambers on the right, so that he doesn't over-attack like what Manchester United does. They have a left-back who pushes forward all the time, and the right-back isn't too adventurous. So that is what we can probably try to do. Callum Chambers was one of our best players before he got injured. So I think that guy at least has stability now.
So let me pick you up on that then. Let me pick you up on that,
Yeah.
Nitish. Basically, if you've got all your best players down the left, right, and all of our attacking emphasis is going to come down the left.
Yeah.
Then you need to double up on left-sided winger, and then the left hand is out of the game. And if we've now got a right back who can't attack, then we've got no attacking options, have we?
No, what we can do is we can try to enforce our midfield, which can actually play through the center as well. What had happened last season was that only we were attacking on the left-hand side. There was no midfield to actually push the ball forward, and it was barely Xhaka doing it sometimes, David Luiz doing it. But if we can enforce the center midfield as well, then we don't need to actually attack too much on the right-hand side. Callum Chambers doesn't really attack that well, but he is solid at the back. So we can play that kind of football. Or if you're playing a Tierney on the left-hand side, then probably we can introduce a Bellerin or a more attacking right back and push from the right-hand side as well. So we need to balance it out. Yeah.
If you're going to play, in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, right? Let me put this to you guys, right? If you're going to play with wingers, then you need to have two holding midfielders in the team, in my opinion. Like Arsenal had in a 4-4-2 when they had Vieira and Petit. With one of them with a license to go forward and play that box-to-box role, right?
Yeah.
That's what Arsenal haven't got at the moment. They haven't got that. If we basically under Unai Emery, it was evident that basically our attacking threat was just from the fullbacks. It was solely from the fullbacks. They tried to do that Liverpool thing with the fullbacks. They used to cut the ball in. Basically, with the fullbacks, who were not as good as Liverpool's fullbacks, and without the midfield, we used to run around like Liverpool's to get the ball back. So, I mean, have Arsenal got the personnel to even play how they want to even play?
No.
Guys, what do you think? Gunn Tread, you've been quiet.
No, we don't. I think Arteta needs his own players, doesn't he? He wants to obviously play his own system. Most of these players. What
is it? What is the system? I mean, what do you? I mean, we've seen Arteta first. I don't know, but 8 or 9 games. What is Arteta's system?
I think he's trying to implement the Manchester City tactics,
which is what?
Which is basically having the two holding players.
I think we're still in transition. We haven't found an identity as yet.
That's the point I was getting at, Tyrone. That's the point I was getting at.
Let Wax finish his explanation.
We will. Under Emery, we were saying Arsenal didn't have an identity. Under Arteta, have we got an identity now? Wax.
I believe we are slowly. You have to bear in mind it's going to be very, very difficult for Arteta to understand the team after 13 games. He's only played 13 games for Arsenal as a manager. Even though those results have been pretty decent, he's got 7 wins, 5 draws, and 1 loss. It's going to be really, really hard for him to identify what the formation he wants to play, what type of roles he wants the players to play, and that's what he needs the rest of the season to do. I think he has a clear vision on what type of tactics he wants to play and what type of roles. But again, he needs to make sure the players he has can play them. Otherwise, if he tries to just implement what he wants to implement with the players that he has right now and it doesn't work, then it's going to be a major problem. But I think he knows what he wants to do. Again, it's just about getting the right players.
I also think we have some sort of identity. I feel like we overload the left-hand side and try to get overlaps, and that has been our whole game. Even since Emery was here, we always just tried to get overlaps on the left-hand side to create cutbacks, and that was our whole build-up. So all you had to do was block the cutbacks, and you would stop our whole attack.
Blems one says the Indian speaks too much sense. So his actual name is Nitish. He don't belong on the podcast. Oh, Blems one. If you like watching podcasts where you think we speak a load of rubbish, what are you watching for then, bruv? It means you're more stupid than us. So stop hating and subscribe, bruv, because I do value you watching actually. But stupid statement to make, bruv.
Okay, Sonny, what do you call that? Honestly, man, do you really still believe that we have no identity and no style of play?
I can't see what Arsenal identity is, to be honest with you. I honestly can't. Have the defence got any better? People say that it has. I don't think it has, to be honest with you. Are we attacking more? No, we're not. We're still not shooting as much. Are we keeping the ball in midfield as much? No, I don't think nothing's changed. I can't see where Arsenal improved. I said it before. I can't see where Arsenal improved. We've drawn more games than we've won. We've won the odd game away. Our away form hasn't changed that much, and we can still only play 45 minutes out of 90. So tell me where we've improved.
And I would like to add one thing. I agree with you guys. Arteta is trying to make Arsenal the next Manchester City, what he was doing under Pep. But the thing is, Manchester City wouldn't be Manchester City without the money. I mean, they spent 200 million on a defensive line in a single transfer window. Whereas Arsenal is going to spend that kind of money. Arsenal will spend 200 million in maybe 4 windows or 5 windows combined, if that is the situation. So I don't think that Arteta will actually even be able to, even if he stays at Arsenal for 3 to 4 years, he's going to be able to make Arsenal anywhere close to Manchester City. So he better have his own identity worked out and what he wants to do with the club. And it's not going to be something like Manchester City. It will certainly have to be something different, because Arsenal is always going to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal always going to be Arsenal. Man City could always be Man City. Liverpool always going to be Liverpool. West Ham always going to be West Ham. Tottenham always going to be scum. Yeah. Okay. So basically, right? If Arsenal are never going to be Man City, I think they will be, because Arsenal are looking. They've changed their structure. Basically, they're looking at up and coming players. They're looking at players. They're using the South American market very well, not just with Edu, with their current scouts they've already got. They're using Raul's book of contacts. They're using agents which they've never used before. And if it wasn't for the coronavirus, to be honest with you, I think Arsenal would have had a very, very impressive transfer window this year, right? And if you can rely on anyone to be a hustler and a snake to try and pull some deals through, it might just be that full Raul. He might pull a few favours. He might have a bit of dirt on you. He might have some naked pictures of your wife or something. He might be able to get a transfer across the line.
He's in bed with Kia Jarebka, so look, I feel like
for me it doesn't take a lot to get Arsenal right. In my opinion, to get Arsenal right, all we need is a proper solid holding midfielder, proper one like a Partey, which is a possibility of getting. We need an attacking midfielder who is better than what we've got, which is better than Willock. We don't need a number 10. We don't need a number 10. We just need a proper attacking midfielder, someone like a Grealish who could take a player on. You telling me around the world there's not an attacking midfielder who could bang some goals in?
I think we're missing someone in the centre of the park that can sit with the holding player, that has got bursts of energy, that can run forward as well as get back and defend. That is what we need.
Mate, with Martinelli and Saka, you've got that trickery down the left, continue. Martinelli and Saka, you've got trickery down the left. On the right, you got Pepe's trickery, right? You know, he might lose the ball half the time and not know where he's going. But if you had that someone solid who could distribute the ball quickly, which the problem is when it comes to Guendouzi, he ponders on it for too long. When it comes to Herrera, he hasn't got the vision to play that killer ball. When it comes to Granit Xhaka, by the time it transfers from here to down to what he's 1 foot, the opportunity is lost. What Arsenal need is that 2-footed player in that deep line midfielder, that 2-footed Santi Cazorla type player who'll just keep it flowing. The Michael Carrick. You know, what do you guys think?
Listen, that's what Xhaka was meant to be when we brought him to the club. We brought Xhaka to replace Mikel Arteta. And that's what Mikel Arteta used to help us do. Even Santi Cazorla used to help us do that. He could pull the strings from the middle of the park, and that would, give the opportunity to Cazorla and to Sanchez and to Ozil to find space.
Is Rabiot that guy? Is Rabiot that guy?
Nah.
Arsenal could be like. Listen, Arsenal could be like Robin Hood. They could be like the Musketeers. They could be like all these unfashionable people. The Aubameyang, no one likes him. We don't care. You know, they could have Rabiot. No one likes him, but he could do a job. You know, all these players that no one likes and gets kicked out of all these teams are actually exceptional footballers.
Yeah,
and if Arteta can actually make things work, then they can actually be useful for us. And I would just like to add one more thing with respect to the whole situation that you were telling, talking about the goal scoring and stuff. If suppose one of our forwards gets injured and we get rid of Aubameyang and Lacazette both, then we might end up in trouble. So we need to at least sign one more forward if we are getting rid of both of them. And with respect to Xhaka, I said it last season, the guy plays in lag mode. So before the game is done, I mean, before the ball actually passes him by, he has no idea where the ball is. And I will give credit to Emery for one thing, which Sonny will totally disagree with me. David Luiz signing was a smart one on Emery's part. I'll tell you why. Because Xhaka has one quality. He plays those long balls. And that is what the thing is. David Luiz can do that same thing. So now we can get rid of Xhaka and we can try to deploy David Luiz in that role. And he can actually play those long balls forward. So we don't need Xhaka anymore. Apart from if we have some injuries or something like that.
David Luiz has got legs to play midfield.
Guys,
David Luiz could be an anchor man and sit back in front of the defenders and play long balls. I reckon he could do that.
Guys, we've almost reached an hour. I want us to talk about something. All the players came back to training, but Aubameyang's hairline was still at home. Let's get on this. What do you guys think? What happened? How did the club do him this dirty to post these pictures publicly? What do you guys think?
He's definitely leaving now.
Life, man. Look at my hair, bro. See me. You can ask my wife. I go to the barbers every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks without fail, bro. You will never in your life see me looking like this. I am like, you guys will think I'm a sweet boy the way I go to the barbers and get my hair cut every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's life. It's life. This is what we got to deal with, man. Like, Aubameyang's got all the money in the world, but we're dealing with a crisis that is life-threatening, and no one's going to risk their life over getting a fucking haircut. I'll tell you that.
True.
You know what I mean? Let him live, man. Let him live.
Let him live. Honestly, what do you guys think? You think the media team shouldn't have let those pictures get out there?
You know what? When Aubameyang has a haircut, it still looks terrible, in my opinion.
But just look at this. It's not nice, bro.
It goes to show that Aubameyang is taking the lockdown seriously, bro. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
Listen, Aubameyang ain't the best looking player in the world, is he? Let's face it.
Okay. Now, what do you call it? Tyrone, did you have anything to say about that? Aubameyang?
No. All I'm saying is that he's definitely leaving after this. He's definitely leaving. Ain't no way he's gonna stay after this.
I just got a feeling he's not.
Ain't no way he's gonna stay after this. I think the club is playing him.
Nitesh, can I ask you a question? Is this showing live on your page?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Can you see any comments? Is there any comments coming in?
Yeah, all the comments.
I can't find it. All right, let's get the people in Facebook involved as well. This is on the Arsenal fans FC page, which is a group run by Nitesh. Igal, read out some of the comments.
1 second. There's a comment here. Guys from Facebook, if you guys could send through your comments. I don't see any recently.
There aren't too many ones. Maybe it's the timing because of that.
Yeah, I see this one. This is the only one that I found right now. But guys, I wanted to get on the next topic. If you guys want to talk about Project Restart, and I haven't spoken to Sunny, Wax, or when you I've spoken to Nitish. What do you guys think about Project Restart? Do you guys think it's BS? Do you think it's going to happen? What do you think?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just because of the money involved, it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to happen.
Well, apparently the date has already been given away, hasn't it?
Yeah, the 20th of June.
20th of June, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so Project Restart is basically, the Premier League is saying they're going to go ahead and restart the season no matter what. They're going to try to complete the season, and they're going to try to start the next season on time also. The difference between the Premier League and the other clubs is the Premier League has still not gotten the okay from the government to go ahead. They've just been given the okay to start training from the board of directors. But the director of the Premier League spoke to the BBC, and he said they are taking it very seriously. They are trying to do everything as well as possible, and health is their number one priority. So they are not going to take any risks. So he's saying all the right things, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I still don't think it's going to happen.
I think it'll happen because listen, you know what,
guys?
Bundesliga set the pace, mate. Bundesliga set the pace. I think everyone else is going to follow.
Tyrone, where you are at the moment, what's it like regarding the pandemic at the moment and this social distancing and everything? How are you guys getting on with it in New York? Tyrone, can you hear me, bro?
He's froze out.
Como for president. Governor Pro Como.
So, Tyrone, Can you hear me, bruv? Tyrone?
I don't
Tyrone,
think.
can you hear us?
No, I don't think he can hear us.
No, I don't think he can hear us.
All right, let's take him out and put him back in a second. He'll come back in a second. Nitesh, what's happening with you lot? What's happening with you lot with a pandemic in India?
The cases are going up and it's not coming down, or the curve isn't flattening anytime soon. I don't see it happening. So the cases are going up, but yeah, so as the numbers grow, it is expected, and some of those people I've seen online, like reputed people, have said that possibly there will be a point of time where everyone will have the pandemic, everyone will be infected, but the thing is, then it all depends upon the immunity, whether you can fight it or not. So that is what I've heard some of the recent comments being said. So let's see how it goes, but at the moment the numbers are slowly growing up, so that is about it, and we are working on our immunity.
Gundred, you haven't been furloughed off, have you? You've been working your way through, haven't you?
Yeah.
Bro, how they handle it in your work, and say if you had kids to look after or whatever, and say your missus was a key worker, what position would you be in? You know what? I hit the nail on the head. So, who looks after you? Who looks after your children? And how do you manage?
Well, they go to school, because obviously we're both key workers, so they go to school. So
that's
we
true.
can
Key workers, children still in school, aren't they? Yeah.
Or a mum has them. So, do you know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah.
And in your work, I mean, regarding social distancing and everything, how do you travel to work? Do you travel to work by public transport? Do you travel by?
No, I live about 10 minutes from my work, so I walk to work. So that's not a problem. But once I'm in the office, social distancing, we've got like a one-way system thing in the office that you're supposed to follow, but most people don't. Do you know what I mean?
Because you know what? You saw over the weekend with everyone on the beach, right? Honestly, Southend looked like Marbella, right? You had tits and bums all over the place, and that was just wax, right? No, but seriously, all the coastal areas in England, there's like packed, right? Social distancing didn't even come into it, right? So, people being asked to go back to work next week. A lot of people have been asked to go back to work next week as well, and the government haven't come out with any guidelines about should you wear a mask on the tube, should you wear gloves? Everyone is so, should you start visiting your family again? Everything's just up in the air. People have been talking about football coming back, but no one still knows in life how to interact with each other. Is the pandemic over and we just don't know about it? What's going on?
What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Honestly, it's crazy. When
do you open your business again, Wax? Because obviously it's costing you money to be out of.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm contemplating at the moment. Probably looking at the 1st of June. It's probably like looking at the 1st of June and beginning of June, man. But I'm not too sure.
Well, because I love your work. I've seen a lot of it on Pornhub. Fake agent with a modelling agency. Yeah. No, that's not Wax. Wax actually runs a very reputable modelling agency, and if any wannabe models want to get in touch with Wax, Wax will leave his details, and he's always looking for people. He works with a number of with big labels and very, very big companies, very reputable companies. So I'm only joking. Don't want to slander you in any way. That dodgy guy is me. That dodgy little Turk. But basically, football seems to be coming back July 20th. It's going to be behind closed doors. They're even saying now that next season might also be behind closed doors.
Oh, Sonny, I've heard stuff like away support will not be given all access to the game. So they're going to basically say, this game you can go away, next game you can't, and like the season ticket holders for away grounds, they will only get half the allocation, and the home crowd, they're only going to have like half the allocation. So basically every other seat might be empty.
But Arsenal fans are so stupid, right? By wanting people like Emery to stay, Wenger to stay longer than he should have done. Arsenal kicking players through shit. Arsenal fans are so thick, by also some of them not subscribing to his channel, right? that even if you only gave tickets for the Court of the Emirates, all of them go and sit next to each other. guys, we're coming. Unless you guys got anything else to come up with, for me, we're coming to a close. You guys got anything to come up with?
Yeah, with respect to
just follow me, guys. Follow me. Wax online, man. Follow me.
Yeah.
And Eid Mubarak to all the people around the world, man.
Yes, respect, bro. Respect, bro. There's been 2 more confirmed cases of positive tests from the 900 plus players in the Premier League. So now that brings us up from 6 to 8 now. Now there's 8 confirmed cases out of 900 players.
And as I said sometime ago with you guys, N'Golo Kante has said that he wouldn't mind taking the season off now. He's not going to play even if the training starts off. He wants to take a break and he's not going to come back due to the pandemic. So that is what Kante said.
Troy Deeney,
his brother died.
Really? Is that true?
Kante's brother died from heart failure, and they're saying his family has a history of having weak immune systems, illnesses. So Kante does not want to take the risk, especially with certain teammates of his originally contracted.
Don't forget, Igal, don't forget. I don't know why, but apparently black people are more susceptible to be getting coronavirus. Black people and poor people, poor minorities. So you lot fucked, right?
You couldn't say that any easier.
You lot fucked, bro. That's it.
I've got white genetics in me. My mum's white. My mum's from Malta. I've got a white genetics. Bro,
when that crime runners are coming around, man, they only see the black in you.
Yeah, you know what they say in Somalia, right? Whenever you get sick, just have ginger ale.
No, joke aside, we make a joke of it, but you know what? Seriously, everyone, please stay safe and just do the basics. Just do the wash your hands and all that crap. And if you are going to go on the tube and the buses and all that, you know, just be careful. I mean, wear your gloves, wear your masks, just do whatever you can to protect yourselves. You know, you won't go to a brothel and not wear a condom, would you? Seriously. But anyway,
last thing before you guys go, yeah.
We're not going nowhere. We're still going to wrap it up. I was coming on to my intro, but go on.
FA Cup. Obviously, Arsenal, we're still in the FA Cup, right? And they are trying to find a solution on how they can finalise the FA Cup. Now, one of the things that they are recommending is that they complete the FA Cup over an 8-day period, like the World Cup final. So, you know, like the last 16 or whatever in the World Cup, they play over like 8 days. They want to do that for the FA Cup. What do you guys think?
The season's turning
That would
fast,
be
hasn't
cool.
it? It's turning
That would
so
be
fast.
so cool.
It's a
That
fast.
would be cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
They should just
they're doing that for the Champions League, right?
I think that'd be good.
They're doing that for the Champions League, right?
I don't know. I heard that they're going to do it for the FA Cup. But, as long as they can play it on BBC and ITV back to back all day, bro, I wouldn't mind sitting at home watching a bit of that. You know what I mean?
I honestly can't see how they're going to fit all these games in.
Do any of you guys miss the fact that the Euros is not going to happen this summer, or you don't care?
I care. You know why I care? Because it's been ages since Turkey have been in Euros, bro, and we qualified this time, man.
Yeah. And you know what I feel about the atmosphere? You know, the atmosphere bangs when it comes to the Euros and FA Cup.
I'm telling you, I was going to go proper Turkey style on Euros this year. I was going to decorate the house and everything. Right?
Yeah, so you're gonna have
I live in North London, bro. No one's going to break my windows.
Can you imagine the podcast would have been crazy for the Euros, man?
I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm supporting France all day. I'm sorry.
Oh,
And
I'll tell you what we do. I'll tell you what we do. Right? We'll have our own Euros, right? We'll have one-on-one game of football, yeah, like we used to do at school, right? Use that coach as a post. It won't be the Euros. It'll be like a world tournament, right? You could represent Wax. Where do you want to represent, bruv? Is it Jamaica? Because you might have two teams. You might have two players on one team at the moment, right?
What do you mean?
Well, basically, I'm representing Turkey, bruv. We're going to have one-on-one game of football, kick and rush, right? We're going to be goalie. We're going to do our own Euros. We're going to televise it and put it on the channel, right? Egal could be Somalia. Nisesh could be India.
I'm France.
Gunnar Dread, where you representing, bruv?
Jamaica, mate.
Is it Jamaica or is it Canning Town, mate?
Sonny, we can have a fantasy tournament on the Euros as we keep doing on other things as well.
Nitesh, I know all about you in your fantasy, bro. I don't want to be nowhere near
Not
your
that
fantasy.
Not that fantasy.
I don't want to be nowhere near your fantasy, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
I don't know what you're
Especially at 3
talking
o'clock in the morning. Guys, listen, everyone on Facebook, please, we value you for watching, but if you want to have proper participation, what you need to do is subscribe on YouTube, because we're not going to be on Facebook forever. Facebook is just a short-term thing, just to introduce us to you, right? And like I said, the main thing about the channel is basically you could come on the channel, and obviously you'd be part of the podcast, and I could kick all this lot off. You know, it could be you lot. You know, I'm looking for upgrades all the time, right? And if there's an upgrading host, kick me off too. Right? I could be the cameraman in the background, right? So basically, what you need to do is please subscribe to Sunny TV Arsenal on YouTube, right? Very importantly, right? Subscribe to Sunny TV Arsenal on YouTube, and especially for the next 200 subscribers, we have got a signed Arsenal football shirt to give away, right?
Signed by who? You?
Do what? You know what, bro? You know what sounds dodgy? Do you know what sounds dodgy, bro? Let's just leave it there, yeah? I'm not going to say how I come by it. I'm not going to say anything, right? So we've got a signed Arsenal football shirt to give away. Not necessarily signed by anyone you know, but it's signed.
How much people do you already have written down?
Right.
You had a spreadsheet. I remember last time you told me.
We've got people who say there's limited spaces, so you need to get in quick now, right? So subscribe. Go to YouTube, click on Sunny TV Arsenal, and basically press the subscribe button. And while you press the subscribe button, also hit the notification button so you never miss a live show again. And also, if you want to contact me to come on a podcast, all you need to do, if you follow me on Facebook it's Sunny Arsenal, it's my personal page. Or you can follow me on my group, my group page, which is Sunny TV Arsenal, or my group, which is Sunny TV Arsenal. Again, on Instagram, it's Sunny TV Arsenal. So it's not confusing, it's fucking Sunny TV Arsenal, right?
Sonny, you got a question here.
If you unsubscribe, you get beaten up, mate. Basically, I'll tell you what I'll do. To make it fair. I'll give away an Arsenal shirt to the new subscribers, and I'll give away a different bit of memorabilia, right, to all my current subscribers, all right. And every month going forward, we're gonna do giveaways. You know, next month I'll give away Nitesh. But seriously, subscribe to Sunny TV Arsenal, and if you don't subscribe, you really will get Nitesh, right? And also follow me on Facebook, and come on the podcast, because this is the only channel in the history of Arsenal, in the history of all football channels, which allow all everyone to come onto my channel, all right? And that's how I met all these guys here. So Sunny TV Arsenal, please subscribe, please like, and please share on all your platforms as well. Right, closing thoughts. Wax, shout out your channel, bruv, and where people find it.
Yes, Wax Online, people. Wax Online. Go and follow me, man. Go and support the channel. Got new content coming out. Go and support that, man.
You know what? Good people on YouTube support each other, right? And basically, Wax is my boy, and I'll always support him. You know, so go follow Wax. And also, Gunner Dread. You know what, bro? Your first time on the channel, and hopefully, bro, you'd be a regular, bruv. Where can people find you, bro?
Find me on Instagram, Goonagams78. Other than that, I'm not on Twitter. I ain't got a YouTube or nothing, so just Instagram, really, if you find me.
You know what? This guy, very deceptive. You've seen him with his clothes on. If you see him with his clothes off, right? Not that I have, right? But this guy works out, right? He's got a physique. And listen,
where is it coming from?
When they say always trust the postman, not when you miss it at home on their own, that you don't, right? So watch yourselves with this postman. No, only joking. Gunner Dread, bruv. You know what, bro? I want you to be a regular on the channel. So, bruv, you don't need an invitation, bro. You're family now. Nitesh, where can people find you, bro?
Right now, they can like the page, that is Arsenal FC fans. We are targeting maybe by the end of the year we may get 1 million likes on the page. We have already received 1,000 likes this week, so we are growing in the right way, and we have crossed 350k, 58k now. I think around that number. So hopefully by the end of the year we are at 1 million likes.
I've got a funny feeling you're going to get a lot of
That's
dislikes connected to the channel.
Latish, that's 358k. 358,000 or 358?
Yeah, 358,000.
Okay, tell the people. There ain't no small change over here. Anyways, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to tell you guys, the Bundesliga has been very exciting, but we're all waiting for the real thing, the Premier League. And when Arsenal comes back, all you guys complaining about Arsenal always losing and everything like that, just be happy if they come back and don't complain, please. For like
Oh my God. Let me pick you up on that now. You know what? I thought we was going to get through a whole podcast with us not arguing, bro. And at the last minute, you hit the post, bruv, and it's gone in off the post. Gal, please repeat what you just said, bruv.
If Arsenal come back and we play a game and the Premier League's back after what has it been? 6-7 weeks now? Just even if we lose, just don't complain.
Be happy.
Uh,
So basically, win, lose, or draw, doesn't matter how shit we are. Don't complain.
Support. Just like you support Turkey, win, lose, or draw, you should support Arsenal the same way, bro.
No, I don't, bro.
I think they should just hand us the FA Cup because we have won it the most times, and that's about it.
Listen,
I'm gone. That's even funnier.
you know what? No one can give that excuse about players are tired no more. They've had another couple of months off, right?
Yeah.
So basically, Arsenal, please, when you do come back, right? Please come back. And I hope you've had what's the name? I hope you've had hypnotism, the whole lot, and I hope you've forgotten the shit you was before you left. And please, Arsenal, make us proud for a change. Subscribe to Sunday TV Arsenal. We're out of here, guys. We'll be back again probably tomorrow with some more first-class content. Guys, see you soon. Please subscribe, like, share. Take care.
Yo.
Peace. Auba Hairline.